Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything BFL, beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, we are doing a recap and review of my perfume trade that I had for November. I will share what I thought about all the fragrances I did pull for that tray, as well as any layering combinations that I did or any of the other body mists that I decided to wear for this month as well. I will be sharing those with you. I did do a couple of other testing of fragrances throughout the month, and I did individual reviews on those on the channel. So if you have not checked those out, go back and check those out after this video. But other than that, let's get started. All right, so there was a couple of fragrances on the tray that I did not get around to, so I'm going to share those first. Then I'm going to tell you about some of the mists I pulled for the month, along with a couple of layering combinations I did, and then my thoughts on the fragrances. So the couple of things that I did not pull for was the regular Camera from Latafa. So I'm going to keep this on for December, and I'm going to put my Quawa on there as well. So I'll be moving this to the December tray because I did not play with this one at all. Nor did I get a chance to wear the Shakira one. So I still want to try both of these because I have not worn these at all yet. So I do want to put those on the tray for December. And the only other one I did not get to was one of my duos, but I also had like 8 duos on my tray last month. I got 7 out of the 8. But this Her Affair, I want to move to December as well because I also have the original fragrance to this one, and I want to do a testing of those. Stay tuned to a future video that I'm going to be doing, like comparison to the OG versus the perfumes. I did a couple of videos like that on my channel, but I want to do a whole video about the different ones that I have, the OG versus the dupe or inspiration, so I could tell you guys how they compare, and that can be all in one video. So tell me if that's something that you would like to see me do down in the comments. But this one is the one that is inspired by Romance for Her from Ralph Lauren. So I am going to be moving that to December since I didn't get a chance to wear that one. Another one that I'm going to keep, I did wear it once, but I am going to keep on the tray because I want to wear it some more, was this one from the Juicy Couture, this glistening amber one. So this glistening amber one was the one that has that raspberry in there, that amber of course in there, and it has slight musk, and it has got that incensey scent in here that I am intrigued by. I really did enjoy this the first time I wore it, and I want to play with it some more. So that is the glistening amber. It did give me over 6 hours of wear, so that is a good thing. And the scent is very interesting to me because it has that slight fruitiness about it, but then it has that incensey, smoky vibe to it. Not like tobacco smoke, just like I said, incensey. But then it also has that warmth in it from the amber, of course. But then it also has a smoothness about it at the same time. So like I said, it's very intriguing. So I want to keep this one on the tray. So those are going to be moved to December as well. So a couple of the body mist that I put on the tray, and then we'll do some of the layering combinations. I was loving on this amber blush and this Sunwash Santal, especially in the evening time. So amber blush is the one that has the warm amber with fresh jasmine and oak moss. And the Sunwash Santal has Italian bergamot, white violet, and amberwood. These are beautiful, clean, floral, warm scents that has, like this one has a slight citrus to it, and this one has more of the jasmine in it, but to me, these both are so beautiful, especially for the evening time. It just gives you just enough of that. I love these. I think these were great releases that they did this past year as part of their White Barn collection. They were very, very, they are very, very, very good. So was loving on those in the evening time. A couple of other ones that I was loving on, and is this Autumn Drive and the Sunrise Woods. These two also were released this past year in the fall time. This one has wild raspberry, warm amber, and vanilla birch. So that vanilla is like it's a fall in a bottle. And this one is the one that has creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. Both giving you that sweet berry warmth about it. That and they lean slightly in different directions, but they both are beautiful for this time of year. And these are another two that I've been gravitating more to wearing them in the evening time. So I've been like wearing my Autumn Drive body butter that I love, along with the mist and those, and a couple of the other body butters that I've been loving on this month, or this past month into this month, is my honey one, which is, I'm going to show you that as part of one of my layering combinations. Well, it was a part of a lot of layering combinations. The milk one, for sure. And I even was looking, using the warm vanilla sugar and the touch of gold. Loving on all of those this past month. Couple of the other ones were from the Pink and Victoria's Secret line that I've been loving on is coconut cream. So this one is the one that has that pastry with the buttercream with salted caramel. If you don't have the patisserie collection, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record. If you don't have the patisserie collection from the Pink line, you're sleeping on it. This was one of the best releases I've seen, period. This is gorgeous. So coconut cream was part of that one. The jam cookie with the almond, with the raspberry, with the sugar. And the biscotti delight. Been loving on all of these. This one has that pistachio with the glazed sugar. Delicious. So all three of these I was loving on for this past month, as well as this buttery sugary, which has that maple butter with the vanilla. It's gorgeous. So buttery sugary was another one. And then if you haven't heard me go on and on about this cherry bite, was one of my favorite cherries they did, because this one is the juicy cherry, but with the warm amber. So it's a cherry, it's a nice juicy cherry, but at the same time it has the warmth about it, which I think is very appropriate for this time of year. So now let's go into some of these perfumes that I just wore by themselves and give you my thoughts on them. And then we'll go into the layer combinations, because some of the mists that I use also over here are part of these other combinations. So I'll get to those in just a second. So let's talk about this White Wedding Vanilla Edition from Juliana's Perfumes. This one here is the one that was inspired, or is inspired, by Blanche Bette, but they added some notes to it. So they took the Blanche Bette notes and they enhanced them and did their own little spin-off on it. So what they did with here is they added Tahitian vanilla and they enhanced the vanilla in the base. So what you got in the end is this beautiful, milky, sweet, creamy, warm, beautiful, beautiful scent. I absolutely love this. I wish they have it in a bigger bottle. Because what this is gorgeous. This is so good. And I've gotten several different, like the Blanche Bit inspirations. Like the dual one has the Milky Licious. I believe that is the inspiration. Love that one as well, and all the combination he does with this. And I love Juliana's rendition of this as well with this one. So this is White Wedding Vanilla Edition. This is gorgeous. If you like Her Confession or Blanche Bed or any of those kind of renditions of that scent, you would love this. This does give you 8+ hours of wear. I did smell this all throughout the day. Gorgeous scent, like I said, throughout the day. Is very warm, sweet, creamy, because it got the tuberose, it got that mahonio in it. This is a very, very, very beautiful scent. So White Wedding Vanilla Edition was a home run for me. I love this one from them. And the other one I had from Juliana's Perfumes was the Fuchsia Affair Sweet Symphony. Now this one is the one that is your Oriana inspiration that they also did a spinoff with. They added notes of caramel, blood orange, lavender, and rose. So take your Oriana scent profile, add those other elements to it, and it is gorgeous. It has the citruses, it has the fruits in it, has the florals in it, has the sweetness about it. It is beautiful. This is another great one that they did. I love this. Another one that I wish they made in a bigger bottle. And they may, because I know I've seen bigger bottles of their stuff, and I haven't researched those. I need to do that to see which ones that they do the bigger bottles of, because I know they have that option. I just don't know if it's only on certain fragrances and or if it's only on certain time of the year, you know, in certain time of the year that is available. I need to check into that. But this one, this Fuchsia Affair Sweet Symphony, it passed the test. It passed the test. I love her. And this other one, oh my goodness, this other one, Amor Santal. This Amor Santal is supposed to be inspired by Santal Couplet. Haven't ever smelled that one. Can't say what that smells like, but what I can tell you this smells like is coconut, caramel, beautiful. It has the tonka bean, it has the vanilla, it has the sweetness, it has the slight bergamot in it, but mostly what you pick up, that caramel, coconut, and bergamot in the beginning, that gives you that combination. I love that combination. And then it has a slight wooziness and muskiness in the base, but that sweetness carried throughout the whole fragrance, and it is gorgeous. This is another good one, and I'm glad I have this one in my collection. And I hit this one pretty hard, you guys. I know I love this one. When I start getting a dent on it. So this one too. I started putting a little dent into this one too, that White Wedding. I wore this one once. All right. So next was my 8. Well, I told you about one of the duos that I did not wear, but the other 7 I did. So let me go through those real quick. The first one was this Fantasmic Glaze. This Fantasmic Glaze. And I didn't show you up close of these other bottles, did I? So this, let me show you these. This one was the White Wedding Vanilla one that I was talking about. The first one, that's your Blanche Bed. This one here, the Fuchsia Symphony one, was your Oriana spin-off, and this Amor Santal is the other one. So you can see what those look like. And this is Fantastic Glaze from Dua. It has that creaminess about it there. So this is the one that has that vanilla cream, and it has the raspberry and caramel in it. This one here, it gave me about 6 or so hours that I can like really smell it. And then it was more of a skin scent. So the longevity as far as projection wise for me was lackluster, I should say. But it was still a great scent. I did enjoy the scent. I wish it projected more throughout the day. But other than that, it was a good scent. So I do like that I have it. But I just wish it would have had more projection for a longer period of time. But especially with it being in a straight. But with that being said, that vanilla cream, the raspberry, the caramel, you smell all the notes. All that was there. It just wasn't what I would consider a straight. It was more of an EDP than an straight. So that is Fantastic Glaze. The other one that I have here is this Apricot Mallow. This is another one. It has that vanilla in it. It has that cashmere in it. But with that being said, it was nice. It didn't blow me away. So Apricot Mallow didn't blow me away, but I did enjoy the scent, especially for this to be an apricot scent. I thought for sure that I was not going to like it at all. So, but it intrigued me enough with the notes in it to make me say, you might actually like this one. So I do like it, but I need to play with this one more to see if I love it. So we'll see. As this, especially as the juice gets darker on this, I want to circle back around to it. So we'll see what this looks like as this juice darkens. This other one is Accidental Vanilla Cream of Berries. So this was the one that I was super excited about because it had the cheesecake and strawberry note in it. And you could smell it right off the bat. But it kind of have like it kind of give you a synthetic vibe to it when you first smell it. And this one was another one that I smelled the cheesecake, I smelled the strawberries, I smelled the vanilla, and I smelled all the things. But this was another one that I, after like 6 hours, I was searching for it. So this one was kind of like that Fantastic Glaze where I thought it would project longer than it did. So my expectations was higher on these because the projection wasn't there. I still smelled it after 6 hours. It just was not, to me, it wasn't giving me it straight, if you know what I mean. So this one and Fantastic Glaze was kind of on the same level for me. Excited about the scents, can smell the scent, but I just wish the projection was longer. This one here, this Frothy Pistachio Goodness, was one that I was super in love with when I wore it. This one is that Pistachio Latte by Theodore's Calatinos dupe. Has fresh pistachio nuts, and milk. Simple combination of notes, but boy, did this last all day. This note in here, that pistachio with that milkiness about it, the sweet, creamy milkiness about it. We have those pistachio with the caramel and all the other this is your creamy, milky pistachio. And that's sweet. And it is so good. I love this interpretation with the pistachio in here. like it says, frothy pistachio goodness. It is appropriately named because the frothiness from the milk, it gives you a nice creamy, light, creamy airiness about it. But then you have the pistachio note that's very strong in here with the sweetness. So that's the goodness. So to me, it's appropriately named. And I love this one. I do. I love this one. So frothy pistachio goodness was a hit for me. Another one, I'm actually wearing this one today. This is that La Belle Paradise Garden by Jean Paul Gaultier inspiration. This is Era 430 Garden Tales. So that's what this one is called. But this one just has blue lotus, iris, and vanilla. And it is that nice, sweet, warm floral. It has that slight powderiness from the iris and the lotus in here. It's gorgeous. And this I smelled quite for a long period of time today. So this one impressed me as well. This one projected, I would say, a good 8 hours that this projected for me. So that is a plus for me. But this was a scent that I put my nose on the OG in Sephora when I was on vacation several months back and loved the scent. So then I came back in that summer and I was looking at the Duo catalog and they had it on there and I said, let me see what Duo did with it. Because I could get what I want for the fraction of the cost, and they did a great job. So I'm so happy. This is good stuff. Very good stuff. So I love this one. This Era 430 Garden Tales. That is your La Belle Paradise Garden inspiration hit for me. All right, so this next duo was the one that is the Floral Explosion of Orchids. So this is the one that is your Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid inspiration. That is your floral. It has the fruits. It has a gourmand element about it. But that Ruby Orchid accordion here is what makes this fragrance. And it is beautiful. This is another one that lasted on me for a good period of time. So I was very happy with this. This one has that bourbon vanilla in it. And you've heard me say it before, I love me some bourbon vanilla. That's one of my favorite vanillas in a fragrance. It's the bourbon vanilla, and they have that in here. So between that Ruby Orchid Accord and that bourbon vanilla accord in here, I absolutely love it. Now, I was concerned about was they had vine peach accord in here, but this smelled beautiful on me. I love this scent. The peach did not do me wrong in this scent. So this is another favorite of mine. Floral Explosions of Orchid. All right, so this next one is the one that was inspired by Sugar by Chorizo 59 from Sol de Janeiro. And this is Sugar Violet and Sandalwood. Now this one, the scent is there. The scent is there. So if you love Chorizo 59 and you want it to have more of a perfumey element to it as far as it lasting a little bit longer, this is the one for you. But with all that being said, don't expect 8+ hours with it. I probably got about 6 good hours of smelling it. 4 strong hours and then tapering into the 6 hours. But this one was another one that didn't last like a full day for me. Even with me, so I'm going to share a layering combination because I wore it a couple of times. Once by itself to see how long it lasts and then layer it with a layering combination. But I love this scent. I thought they did a great job with, you know, in comparison to the OG. I just wished it lasted longer, especially for this to say that it isn't a straight perfume. With that being said, this one has plum, sugar violet, vanilla orchid, whipped amber, sandalwood, and vetiver. And I'll come back around to this one when I'm doing my layers. I got a couple of other ones here to share with you first. As far as perfumes, I did not layer anything with these. So this one was my House of Sillage, my cupcake from them, Passion de l'Amour. This one is the one that has that saffron and raspberry in there that I absolutely love. Has caramel in here. This is a beautiful scent. I enjoyed it as per usual. I did get to wear it a couple of times, so love it. This is a favorite of mine. It just was coming back out to play. So one that was new to me. This one is Mauve from Mauve Ombre from Mauve Perfumes. This is my other Scandal dupe that has the blood orange in there. It has that orange blossom in there with the honey and the jasmine and the licorice, the caramel, all the goods. This one was nice. So this one did not disappoint. It did not let me down. You could see that I had got a little mini dip going in there for sure. So I did love this one very much. Love the bottle. I told you guys I love this bottle. But the juice inside did live up to the hype that I was wondering about, because I never heard of this brand. And a couple of us was chatting in the comments and they say how they love this brand. So this is my first experience with them. And they did a great job. I love this scent. So yes, this Mauve one is a very good Scandal interpretation. I think they did an amazing job. Longevity of this one was very good. Picked up on all the vibes, all the notes. It has the honey in there, has the orange blossom in here. It has everything in here. The beeswax, the caramel, the slight florals in here. All of that is there. So longevity good, smell good, enjoyed it very, very much. So that is Mauve Ombre. So a couple of other things. So let's talk about some of these ones now that I did layering with, because we'll talk about the fragrance itself and then how I decided to layer it up. So let's first talk about this Ajwad from Lattafa. So Ajwad from Lattafa is the one that has those fruity notes with the rose in it, right? And the vanilla and the musk. It is beautiful on its own, especially if you love roses. But I tried this one with Covered in Roses, which you know is the Delina exclusive dupe. And I also mixed it with Sweet Golden Blooms. So either way, Sweet Golden Blooms has the honey in it and the blossoms in it, jasmine, the sun blossom and creamy jasmine in it. So this added another element of sweetness to it. It gave it, because this already has jasmine in it, and we just added the other honey element in here because it has the vanilla in here and it has amber in here, but this added the element of the honey in it. So this paired very well together, and if you wanted to amp up the rose factor, this one paired very well together. So these here together were very, very, very nice. And while we're talking about the honey, I also paired Sweet Golden Blooms with the honey fragrance. Now we know that this honey fragrance has honey in, of course, in it from the Kim Kardashian line, but it also has some slight florals in it as well as the beeswax. So this just helped add some more florals to the element of this one, and just heighten it up a little bit with some other florals in here. So because this one, I believe the jasmine was a smaller, let me double check. Yeah, This one has the honeysuckle, freesia, orchid in here, but this one has the jasmine in here. So it's just added the jasmine with the honey in there together. So that's what this one created. So I love these two together. They really played well together, and that was a good combination as well. Something else that I put together, because this Finery Sweet on the outside was was on my tray as well, but I was on the fence about this one. And this one I've been using. This one is your fruity floral scent that I already love. Put these together, they actually work pretty good together. So I enjoyed this combination of the Sea Passion along with the Finery on the outside. These two work very well together. They were very nice. So put those together. And I actually wore Sea Passion together with the VS Sultry Petals as well. So these two was your floral, fruity goodness here. I love this combination as well. And while we're talking about this spray, I wore that one with this one as well. So let's talk about this fragrance a little bit here. So this one is the Body All Oud Amethyst from Lattafa. This one has all those roses in it, but slight jasmine, and it has the amber in here and the pink pepper in the top, right? But when you pair it with this one, because Sultry Petals has blackberry in it, so it gives it a little of some fruit in it. But this one also has magnolia petals and night blooming jasmine. The jasmine in here is minimal, so this heightens the jasmine in there and gives it that fruity element. And then it adds that tonka bean and cashmere woods in the dry down. So these together to me was gorgeous. Now, while I was talking about this one of my subscribers mentioned about pairing these two together. I had already tried the Velvet Petals with that, so then I tried this together. And she was right. This is also another amazing combination. So again, this was another one that heightened the jasmine note in this fragrance. But this one also has blue violet, sheer lavender, lily of the valley, and soft musk. So this really added another creamy floral element to this. And then I decided one day to wear all three of them together. This is a love. This is a love. This combination here is amazing. So this right here is amazing. Loved it very, very, very much. So I highly recommend. You can wear it one or the other. You can put this by itself with it, or you can put this one by itself with it. They both work very good with it by itself, but the whole three together was wonderful. So my Rose 01 is the other one that I love that was back on my tray. And this is the Delina dupe that Swiss Arabian did. So, of course, I had to pair it with the Covered in Roses body mist. So, these two together was my other combination that I did for the month. Absolutely love. If you love that lychee and the rose scent, you're going to love that. Something else that I love together was this Hayati by Lattafa Gold Elixir. This is that one that has that saffron and leathery note in there, along with the citruses. That smells gorgeous by itself. This is a leather that I can do. It has some sweetness and warmth about it as well because of the vanilla amber. But I added this pink salted caramel to this and loved it. So this and this works very well together. I love these. This and this together was very beautiful. So that and that. And I also put this with Noof. So Noof is a Paris Corner fragrance that has that pineapple with saffron. It has slight jasmine. It has some balsam fir in there, and it has that amber in there to give it some warmth. So I wanted to sweeten it up, and so I added the salted caramel to this one. I also paired this with the honey. So 2 fragrances. Add some, because this is very unisex. So I love it by itself. I'm not saying it need any of this. This is good by itself. But if you want to add some more of a gourmand element to it, put the honey with it and the salted caramel with it. And these 3 together was very, very nice. So I enjoyed these 3 together. All right, and so the other combination and the body butter, of course, to layer with that was the honey body butter. I got it over here so I can show you the last couple of combinations I shared with you. This here. Yeah, I was dipping into that very good this month, but this went very well with these combinations, along as well as the one I'm about to share with you now. And this will be the last combination I did. So this was the one I was telling you that was duping the Chorizo 59 from Dua. So take this one and add this. This was the new Magic in the Air body mist that Bath and Body Works released that has almond flowers, sparkling persimmon, white iris, whipped vanilla bourbon, and fluffy sandalwood. So this heightened up the sandalwood and vanilla scent that's in here. So these 3 to me were very, very, very good combination. Love this. So you guys, that is everything I had that I played with for this month of November. That is what I played with for the month of November, you guys. So tell me what you think of my combinations, and if you have any of these fragrances in your collection, what are you doing with them? Are you pulling them out? Are you using them in this fall winter season? Because it's not officially winter yet. But it's finally getting cooler where I am, so I'm happy to see that. But I will be doing my November tray soon, releasing that, so stay tuned to see what I'm planning on pulling for this month of December. I already pulled most of my items over there, and I'll be adding these few here that I want to play more with, or that I didn't get a chance to wear on this tray. I'll be moving them over to that one. So I will be sharing those in the upcoming videos. So be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up if you like content like this, so YouTube knows to share it with other like-minded folks, and also bring you back to it. Turn on your notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.